Hi Taurus, welcome to your month ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, and I know my Taurians love me, I love you too. Thank you so much for all of your support. If you would like to book a personal reading with me or a PLR or FLP session, you can do so in the website address below. If you, or should I say, you guys asked and I have delivered, you can get now half price as well, only up until the day itself. The Retrograde Survival Kit. I have created you a PDF document that you can download so you can have a look and see what the strategy is, what the quote is that you want to remember for the period of that time. It's for all of the retrogrades as well, including the upcoming one. So, and it's something that you can use time and time again. With that said, if you would like to get that, you can do so half price in the description box below. As always, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what the month ahead has in store for you. What is going on with your month ahead of October 2019? So your actions and interactions with the world at large. You've got the Three of Wands, right? So you are looking out there to expand your vision. This is about you discovering how it is that you want to leave your mark on the world. This month, Taurus, you're asking yourself, how do I put my stamp on the world? How is it that I get myself out there? How is it that I get noticed? But more importantly, how is it that I truly affect change in the world? How is it that I, the Three of Wands, I always see it as a card of, I'm not relying on luck, I'm going to make my own luck. What is it that I can do to make more success out of my future? And the Three of Wands talks about your ship coming in, right? This is about rewards for efforts that have already been sown. It's about you asking yourself, really on a deeper level, how do I leave my mark? This month you've got it in your actions and interactions with the world at large. So this is the big question for you this month. How do I get people to know who I am? How do I affect real change in the world? And ultimately, how do I make more success for myself, right? Beautiful card, the Three of Wands, because it means that you're daring this month. You're daring to go that bit further. You're daring to do the impossible. You're daring to step outside of your own comfort zone. It's almost like this month, one of your taglines is going to be growth at all costs. Which is providing we stay within the law and what's reasonable. Absolutely go for it. It's like everything this month you're saying to yourself, not enough. It has to be bigger. I want more out of this. So your money and materials this month, you get the Emperor, right? Beautiful card for money because it suggests that you are either aligning yourself with, it could be governing bodies, maybe not necessarily governing bodies actually, it's more like institutions. So this could be schools, universities. If you are a teacher, if you're a speaker, if you're a presenter of some sort, this could be a month where you land a really big gig. For some of you, this could be, that event that ends up bringing you massive amounts of clients. For others of you, this is about you reaching somebody in a position of authority. The fact that you've got the Three of Wands right next to it means that you're going after this. So if you've got a big fish in your midst, this is the month for you to kind of hit home. Go and speak to them. Go and talk to people that are in positions of authority or power, because the chances are they are going to put you on. As an example, you could be talking about something to someone and say, I'm a specialist in this, or this is what I offer. And they could say to you, wow, I'd love you to come and speak at a local school or a university. And suddenly that opens up doors because people start to talk about it. Before you know it, you're being booked at several different universities to come and talk about this same subject. This is about you being noticed by somebody that could really create a big shift and a change in your finances. And it looks like this is you starting it, right? Because you've got it right next to that Three of Wands. You are seeking out the kind of opportunities that are going to create more wealth, create more abundance for you. you, and you're doing this by speaking to the right people. Very, very exciting. So your communications with the world at large this month, you get the Chariot card. Bam! I mean, this is great, you know, from good to great. Because you've got it right next to the Emperor as well. So this means that your communication style this month is really well received. You're coming across as not only somebody that really knows what they're talking about, but somebody that knows how to apply the things that they're talking about. There are some people that can, you know, they can spout all the theory in the world, but when you say to them, right, show me how it works, the application of that theory or that knowledge becomes a bit more sort of obscure or esoteric, so to speak, right? And I don't mean in terms of like esoteric, you know, yeah, hopefully you get what I mean. The fact that you've got the Chariot card as your communications means that you're coming across really well, and you're able to demonstrate how whatever it is that you specialize in, whatever it is that you're good at, you're able to show people how that works, why it works, and more importantly, why you are the right person for the job. Right, brilliant, absolutely brilliant card. And then for your love, your heart and half sector, personal relationships and all of that good stuff, this month you get the 10 of Wands, right? So for a lot of you, especially those of you that are single, this month you're getting out of your own way. If you have been saying to yourself, why am I single? Or, you know, and even for those of you that are partnered, if you've been having troubles or issues in your relationship, this month you're able to get out of your own way. This is the month where you're able to say, look, you know what, things might not have been perfect between us. I acknowledge that you have your faults, but more importantly, let's look at what I can do to change. It's almost like you're not taking responsibility, but you're taking the onus of the relationship being good off of the other person. You are owning it and saying, look, you know what, I know what I can do to better this. I know what I can do to change this. And because you've got it right next to the Chariot card, it suggests that you're conquering your ego this month. You're really coming into your own power by accepting, these are my limitations. These are the things about my personality that are maybe a little bit inflexible. I mean, you are fixed earth after all, right? Which is the most inflexible of the inflexible. You know, when you guys are ready, of course, we all have our moments. But this is beautiful. So like I said, whether you're single, whether you're partnered, this looks really, really great. For a select few of you, two things. For some of you that are, for those of you that are single, this is about movement. This could be where you decide actually that you're not maybe faring as well as you would like in the place that you live. So you could be looking at moving. For those of you that are partnered, there's something going on with your car. You might need to either have it looked at, you might need to swap it or exchange it. It looks like a month where you could incur some form of an expense around your vehicle. So just keep that in mind. Yeah. So first week of the month, you have the Star card right underneath the Three of Wands. I mean, this is about you reaching for the stars. This is about you looking for bigger, broader, you know, like what is the next horizon? How do I write my name among the stars, right? You are really thinking big, really thinking expansive this month. It's about taking what you have and saying, right, you know what, I can turn this into more. I want more from it. Not enough. How do I make it bigger? How do I make it grow? And the Star card says that those thoughts are not unfounded. It's not delusional. It's actually where you're supposed to be right now. The Star card is saying to you, yeah, I'm going to give you a glimpse at how big and how broad this can be. I'm going to give you the fire under your butt that you need to start making this a reality. And it starts with reaching out to the right groups. The Star card represents Aquarius, right? So this is about reaching out to groups of people, places where groups of people congregate. You know, so again, schools, churches. Oh, okay. So you had two cards jump out for your second week, which is really interesting. So you've got Faith, which actually is the Hierophant, which is actually your card as a Taurus. Fantastic. And then you've got the Tree of Life. This for me is very, very clear. It's about utilizing your ability to create the network that you need and having faith that the right people are coming into you. This second week of the month, you might have moments where you're like, okay, I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I'm going to go with it anyway, right? You might be called upon to go to places that you think, oh, I wouldn't usually go there, or I wouldn't present my ideas to that place or those kinds of people. You could find yourself treading really unfamiliar ground this month. Trust that the universe is putting you in the right place at the right time to connect with the kind of people that are going to take your hopes, your wishes, your goals and your dreams to the absolute next level. Your third week of the month, you've got the Judgment card, right? So you've got a blast from the past coming through, right? This could be an old opportunity coming back to you. It could be where you are discovering this month, you know, things that you've written down and thought, you know what, I'll probably never use that. And suddenly they become relevant. Suddenly you find yourself having a conversation that makes you think, holy crap, I wrote ideas around this, you know, years ago, and that's happened to me before. I'll give you an example. I remember writing something maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and at the time I was like, yeah, it's a great little piece, but I'm not really sure what I would do with it. All these years later, I'm now writing a book of sorts, and that piece slots perfectly into it, right? It literally, it's like it was made to go there. And because in some way, shape or thought form, it was, right? And in this third week of the month, you could find that something that you've created a long time ago suddenly becomes relevant. It suddenly becomes the right piece of the puzzle in order for you to move forward in the way that you want to. And then finally, your fourth week of the month. Yeah, the other thing as well, I just want to add, because you've got the Judgment card right underneath the Chariot, which really suggests that there's some part of you that's really conquering how you speak to yourself, what your thought process is, and more importantly, the verbal foot that you put forward. Your fourth week of the month, you've got the Moon card right underneath the 10 of Wands. So yeah, I mean, really, you're dispelling the confusion. For those of you that are partnered, for those of you that are single, this is where you really make strides in your love life to say, look, you know what? I know what it is now that I need to change about myself. I know where it is that I need to evolve. And the fact that I know that means that I can take the rose tinted glasses off and I can look at myself 100% and say, you know what? No perfection here, but that means I'm perfectly perfect. You know, I'm perfectly imperfect the way that I am. Lots and lots of self-acceptance this month, which is absolutely beautiful. What a fantastic, you know, a fantastic way to move through life. So, your key to the month, my dear Taurians, is the Four of Wands, happiness, celebration, reasons to jump up in the air and scream, yes, right? You've got the Four of Wands here, and then you've got the Emperor there as well, which is the number 4. And this for me means that you find the balance, you find the stability, you find the stride, right? You find yourself in the right lane, and it's not a lane that's created by anybody else. It's the one that you've created for yourself. You know, you find your track this month, and there is going to be a really fantastic reason for you guys to celebrate this month. I truly, truly believe that. So, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up for you. Take care, and I'll see you soon.